Everyone, I wanted to share a technique with you on how I occasionally will design my cards. What I do is I think of the style and then I size it all to see if it'll work. Let's go ahead and do this one here. I'm gonna just move it all over and take you by step. All right, so the first one would be the base of the card, and I'm gonna unlock the lock aspect. And it's just going to be a regular A2 size card. So the width is 4.25 and the height is 5.5. Now the base of the card that I'm making is it's going to be made out of purple cardstock or violet or something like that. We're going to make the card after I do this quick little tutorial here. Then I'm going to have it with a top layer where I'm going to emboss clouds on it and then a bottom layer. So let's go ahead. This is where it helps me to make sure that I am cutting it out the correct size. So let's go to this one and we're going to turn that into white and we're going to unlock it. Now this one I'm going to do 4.0 for the width, and let's do 1.75 for the height. I put that right on top of there. Okay, so this will have the base of the card as the frame, I'm going to call it. Then I want to create another square, and this is going to be where the floral cardstock comes in. I'm going to change the color to a darker purple and unlock it and do 4.0 by 3.75. Excuse me. And then I'll bring this here. Okay, so it's definitely too high. I mean, yeah, too high. So let's drop it down to 3.25. Perfect. Now I want to put a bow on it. There's a little gap right here. I did that intentionally because that's where my bow's going to go. So I'm going to create a shape. I'll just pick this one and I'm going to unlock that. My bow is going to be white. So I'm going to click on the white and change it to 4.25 by, let's do 0.5. Because that's really about the size of the bow. That's where my bow is going to go. Now notice how I made the bow the exact size of the card. Then I'm going to go in and look at images and type in bow. And just because this is just for looking to see if everything fits, I'm just picking this random bow here. Let's go ahead and make that 1 inch. And that's going to go right there. Now I want to put a happy birthday on there. So I'm going to go ahead and create another shape. And I'll do this one here. Let's make the background a light purple. And we'll make this width, let's do 1.0. No, I didn't want the width that way. I wanted the width 2.0. I don't know if you guys can hear in the background the rain. It's crazy. Let's go back to the height. And then go down a little bit more. Do this, maybe a 0.5. I think that's what I did. No, I did 7.5. Okay, that's going to be the background. I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to duplicate that. And I'm going to make that white. And I'm going to bring it over. And I'm going to unlock that and make it 0.5. And then that's going to go on here. See how I'm placing it? I'm like, oh, I don't really know. I think the white needs to be a little smaller. It's just helpful for when I go to cut it. Let's bring that down. I know exactly how I want to cut it. Or just cut it off of here. It's very simple. Then I'm going to go to my text and I'm going to type happy birthday exclamation and change that to the width of 1.0. Okay, so that's a little bit too small. Let's do 1.5. Getting better. And 1.75. So again, this is just helping me if I am cutting it out manually versus doing it by hand. I mean, doing it with the Cricut. So that's going to go in there. I'm going to highlight this to bring it all down here. Perfect. Now, if you see on this one over here, what it's going to do, I mean, another reason why I do this is I know exactly what I did and what I used for this card. I used the White Cloud embossing folder. This is the floral purple part. The light purple is the base, and then you have the bow and the happy birthday words there. So, like I said, it's just sort of record keeping, and it works for me, so I wanted to share it with you. Let's go ahead and put this card together. All right, let's make this card. I am using the Close to My Heart Sending Smiles Cricut Bundle stamp set, and this stamp set is actually super cool. I'm going to be using the Let's Celebrate. Now I'm starting out with a purple card base, and it's just A2 size card, so I scored it down the middle. And I'm going to flip this over so that it's in the corner there. Bring in my magnets. And just place that right there. That looks about right. Let's see if it's straight. Indeed it is. Maybe. Ink that up with my black memento. And give it a little rub-a-dub. Yes, it actually does work better when you do that. It's crazy. That looks great. Get that out of the way. I'll clean that stamp when the video is over. Then we're going to start doing the layers. I got this one first. This is from a Recollections paper pack called Petite Floral. And I'm going to add that right there. Just making sure it's even down here. And even to the right. Very good. This is the embossing folder I mentioned. It's from Sizzix, and you have to run it through this way, or you're going to have clouds that are facing down. So, yeah, just a little helpful hint there. There's my white pieces. Cute on the back too, but we're just gonna do it the way I think it's intended to be done. And making sure I'm lined up with this and this. And I've got the proper amount of space right up here. Get out my score tape, because I'm going to be putting ribbon on there. Now I'm using ribbon from Joann's, I think it is, and I've already made the bow with my bow maker. I'll hold this up, just give it a little snip right there, and we'll peel it off. Get our bow. And we want it right in the middle. And right there. Looks good. And trim off the edges. This kind of ribbon should actually be I'm going to say burnt on the edges because it does fray. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that technique. Let me know if you have or have not heard of that technique to stop your ribbon from fraying. All right, and then the next thing is to put our happy birthday on there. Very simple card. So it's good to have simple cards sometimes. That looks about right. And I think I'll go ahead and use 2 of these, one on both ends. And we're going to put that right there. How cute is that? All right, nice simple card. That's going to be the second card that I'm putting in the card kit. The first one, the video that I did, I looked back and remembered I was just going to make a card that it would, you know, to go in my stash. And I ended up talking to the owner of the crafting store, and he was, you know, like, hey, let's do card kits. Let's sell card kits. And so I'm just going to put that first one in the card kit instead. So I do need to have cards in my stash, though. This little guy doesn't want to go down, does he? No. There. Thank you all so much for watching. Another card for, I'm going to be putting 4 cards, as I mentioned, in the kit. So I'll be making that as well. And just, I'll keep linking the cards that the videos on the ones that I'm doing so you can keep up and keep track. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day.